game against the Timberwolves, and they barely squeaked by with that one, edging out by just 1 point.
Fought extremely hard to win that game. They were exhausted, you could tell, but you could see what that win meant to them at the end of overtime.
Well, you could see that the emotions were just raw after that one, and you could expect it. I mean, when you give of yourself that much.
Hold on, I gotta fix something.
Come out on top, that's a great feeling.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Lakers. Nick Young is out there with Randall. And it's Green, and there's Bryant, and it's Hibbert in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Well, Special K, so many records for Kobe, but one he set last season was most misses all time from the floor.
You know, he passed the great Hondo, John Havlicek, for that title. I'm sure John doesn't mind having passed him up for that
The
one.
old Buckeye, you're right.
That's right, most misses. But you look at the players on that list, a who's who of NBA stars.
And, you know, there's all this talk about Kobe now being the leader of missed shots, having that record. But listen, the guys that are in the top 5 of that list, all Hall of Fame players. So you don't miss a lot of shots unless your team trusts you to take them, and you're pretty good.
Hibbert gets the bucket.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
Or what we can do is we can have
Gay,
a
right
vote
side.
and see which nickname you guys would prefer for Drew being the best.
The feed to Cousins. Shot clock at 5. The shot is off. Great D that time from Hibbert.
Hey guys, a final thought on Kobe. I mean, all the players on that list were heavily leaned on for scoring. I'd take any of the top guys on that list over someone who's afraid to shoot the ball when their number's called.
Now here's Bryant following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. And Green gets it to go.
Oh my God.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
I thought that was going to be a dunk.
On defense, the Lakers.
It wasn't.
It's a 3-point game. Cousins against Hibbert. No good from Cousins.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
And so it's the Lakers with it after the Kings pick up 2. Clock is at 3. From deep, Green, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Another 3 falls
4
down.
makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Gay outside. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that. And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
The drive by Rondo. Can't connect from short range. Lakers leading by 5.
Just like how we had a good game with the Timberwolves.
And Bryant kicks to Green.
So I'll tell you what happened.
Sacramento grabs the miss. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Here's Green. The Kings getting the bucket.
The team would have lost the game.
Randall dishes to Green. It's stolen by Rondo.
Look at this.
And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break and finished off by AC.
Oh, that's just AC.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket. and don't let them set up the defense.
Look at
good by
Mamba
Kobe.
again.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
The Kings trail by 3.
Okay, we gotta be mindful because we cannot waste our stamina.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. 1:39 left in the first quarter of the game. Now, here's Kufis outside Collison.
Oh, what's this?
Uses the glass to finish the
Oh
layup.
my God, that's the layup.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them,
Look at this.
they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
Here's Clarkson after Darren Collison's bucket. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Okay, they got that. They're only down by 1 anyway, but they could come back, so I won't speak too soon.
Kings have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens.
He went for
This
that
is a
layup.
franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason.
Here is Bass after Darren Collison's bucket. Nance passes to Williams. Lakers passing it around.
Passes it to Clarkson.
Clarkson with the ball. He's against Collison. From 10 feet out. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
It's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Collison kicks to Caspi. Collison against Young. Collison dishes to Kufis. Nance
Oh my
gets
God,
the
that
rebound.
tight defense.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And I like those
exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
Russell subbed in now.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Collison. There's a good screen. McLemore inside the line. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy.
You want to guard the paint, and some of that has to do with myself being able to patrol the paint as much as possible. We want long contested twos. They guard.
When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple of years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
But it did not connect.
And So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going.
Marcus Cousins.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Kings?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
We've got Rudy Gay. Collison is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Caspi, and it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
It's depending on
Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players. And it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Al Russell following Rudy Gay's three-point attempt. Hibbert kicks to Bryant. Outside, Russell. Randall with the ball. AC on him. Just 5 to shoot. Kobe goes in. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Gay outside. Inside.
Look at this.
Easy misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Hibbert with the screen. Randall passes to Huertas. Outside, Russell. Pass to Huertas. Shoots the 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 5.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Look at Willie.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old school coach who goes with his own perception.
And the Lakers making a change here. Young's checked in.
Oh, look at that spin move.
Shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. The Kings trail by 3.
So close.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Connecting into the tray.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it,
and
then excellent execution.
And former coach of the year, Byron Scott, now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
And they're able to recover. That was good.
Gets the tray.
LA's gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them on the wing. Kobe.
Behind the back.
And there's the pass to Huertas. Count that one.
With the assist.
5 points in the game.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
How the Kings react to it. But the coach calls a timeout. So.
Timeout called by the Kings. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Screen by Cousins. Now about 3 minutes gone in his second quarter of basketball. Takes it from 10. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Cousins has got the lead up to 2 now for Sacramento.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster.
Look at that
and at times they were just feasted upon on the inside.
Now here's Gay. 7 points in the game. Count the bucket.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
What Green is about to do right now.
Green against Rondo. Green missing again.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
But it does not go well.
Green again.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Green kicks to Young.
Passes it to Young.
To the inside. Rondo with the steal.
No. And Rajon Rondo
Here's Bellinelli.
gets the steal.
He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Another shot. That's a miss.
But look
He's
at
made
this.
one and missed
Nick
one.
Young
Lakers
with
trail by
intense
4.
Defense.
Outside, Green. Back to Kobe. Hibbert with the screen. Dishes it to Green. 5 to shoot. Bryant passes to Green. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Bryant's got 5 assists in the game.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Now here's Rondo. He had 10 points in the win against the Clippers. It's stolen by Green.
He steals. He gets the steal.
To the paint.
Black Mamba to
And
the
a nice
paint.
shot by
in
Bryant.
The bounce pass,
Bryant's
which
got
leads
4
to
points in the
an
quarter.
assist.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Cousins, no one
look at
around
DeMarcus
him,
Cousins.
and it's good off the
my
back of the
God,
rim and in.
mid-range.
Cousins has got
Connects.
6.
Yeah, that's asking a lot
shot.
from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Bryant dishes to Green.
Look at Kobe.
Again, the miss by Green. The
Kobe.
Kings leading. Rondo
Almost
kicks
got
to
the
Gay.
assist.
Green with the block.
Oh, look at Green. What the
Shot
block?
and game clock separated by 5.
Again.
Outside Bryant.
Get that size up.
Picked by Randall. Young in the corner. 4 on the shot
Oh,
clock.
look at Nick Young.
The second chance
Almost
effort,
got that
and it's
for
laid
three.
in by
And
Randall.
look at this, Julian
Randall's got it
Randall.
all tied up now for the
Got
Lakers.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Rudy Gay
So a tie game here
almost
as
got
we
the
finish the
buzzer
first
beater
half. And
at
now
the
let's catch
three-point
up with Doris Burke.
spot.
Kevin,
Does not connect.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break a pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trade. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a night so far for Green. He's got 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them
Let's
from
get the
beyond the
ball.
arc, the better off they'll be.
Ooh, oh.
And no
Oh,
question,
my
GA,
God.
Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff,
Julius
only one,
gets
count
the
of
ball
one,
back.
back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's
this.
not always
The
your fault that
mid-range.
you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough
Does not
team,
work.
and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent
look
when
at
it comes
this.
to the
Wait.
postseason.
So the Lakers 5
What was
right
his
now.
plan there?
Randall out there with Young. And there's Bryant, and it's Green,
Look at
and
that
it's Hibbert
post.
in at the center
Up,
position.
shot.
You know, of the
And he
last 6
gets
baskets,
the
5 have
tray.
come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
After
All about
he is a
imposing
full-time
your will
specialist.
offensively,
What was he
getting
thinking
exactly
there?
the
But
kind
look,
of looks their coach drew up.
Ronaldo's plans did
And you know,
not
back
work
to
with
Rudy Gay,
him.
he's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be completed.
All right, so Rudy Gay just made the first. He just made the first free throw. So now let's see the second.
Rudy Gay hits them
And the
both.
second one. Connects.
And thinking more about Rudy Gay, one key number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
He was able to stop.
Rondo passes to Bellinelli. Rondo kicks to Cousins. The shot no good. Good defensive work there by Young. The Lakers
You
trail.
thought your team was gonna get some more points.
Shot from 12.
Nick Young with the
And it's
mid-range,
Gay with the
but
rebound.
It, does
It has
not.
not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
And it's Rondo penetrating.
Get that out
Can't
of here.
cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Bryant
Look
dishes
at
to
this.
Green.
And a
Nice pass,
dunk.
nice catch, and a
Oh,
resounding dunk.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take
now
himself, and he
the
should. I
Sacramento
mean, you
Kings
can't pass
call
up that kind of
timeout.
opportunity or fun.
And you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents.
And look
Maybe
at
he's a
this.
bit too competitive, but you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too
So
competitive.
now he has time to rest.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Cousins with it. 6 points for him.
Pass to the assist.
Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his second bucket of the night.
The defense
With Kobe
was
and
not
his
successful.
competitiveness, it is something that he's coped with. Said it
Look
took
at
him a
this.
while in the league, Clark, to
Look at
realize that
this.
everyone
Oh,
loves
I thought it was
basketball as
gonna
much as he does.
Yeah, you know, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years,
Come on.
I think you have
We
to
need this.
respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential
Yes.
free agents, in my opinion.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Gay. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks again, Doris.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
And for Cousins,
look
those
at
20,
this.
20, 10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've
From
seen
my
that in the
perspective, it
NBA
looks
since
like
2010.
And he was the first big man since
He's
the
one of
great
the
Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games.
I'd
So
say he's top
Cousins
3
is one of the
of the
rare
best
big men who
point
can do
guards
it all
on this
and
team
has
right now.
displayed that multiple times last season.
Kufis checked in for the Kings. Collison comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Pass is checked in, and it's Rondo penetrating, and the layup is good. Rondo's got 6.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Pass up top, passes it to Huertas,
Almost went out of bounds. Find the open spot.
and it's Russell in the corner.
What's
6
this?
on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Randall. Good, and
Look
it's
at
Russell
Randall
picking up the
in
assist.
middle.
Randall's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
I'm going to set this man-to-man play.
Gay against Young. Collison gets a wide
Look
open
at this
look
Collison.
against
And he gets
Sacramento.
the open mid-range.
In the third quarter with just over
Rondo
3.5 minutes off the
gets
clock.
screen assist.
Here's Russell. And
Look
there's
at this.
another
In
one
the
for the
mid-range
Lakers.
himself. He has ice in his veins.
The Kings have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Gay with no one around. No good with the triple. Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. There's the dish to Bass. It's deflected.
Oh, wow.
And now Collison pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Collison thinking
Good on the shot. Collison's got 4 points this
And
quarter.
Russell
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Kings.
But it does not connect.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very
Collison.
impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Ben McLemore in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership, give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
Now here's Collison. 8 points for him.
Okay, Jordan Clarkson.
Shoots off the screen. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
The Kings ended at 18-23 here at home. Not a terrible record for them, given how their whole season went kind of up and down and inconsistent. They even had some home cooking in their favor, as they were the second best team in free throw differential at home.
Well, a big thing for the Kings to look forward to is the opening of their new arena. They are still looking at opening the downtown arena in the fall of 2016, and Sacramento couldn't be any more excited.
Kobe's checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And so Bass nails both of them. The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in their road games.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to leads.
Now here's McLemore. Caspi for three. They get it again.
McLemore.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Green. And again, the Lakers, no good. The Kings have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And McLemore kicks to Collison.
It's tied.
From 12 feet out, the shot is off.
Look at
Very
this.
dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Here's Collison. They've got Caspi. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Gay in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Bellinelli. Bellinelli's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Wirtz to take the lead. That's good. And the Lakers lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Wirtz.
Oh, look at that step back.
On the mark with the 15-footer.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch. You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
Yeah, talking about Cousins' top 5 in technical fouls in each of his first 5 seasons. Among other things, that's given away a ton of free points, guys, to the opposition.
Yeah, DeMarcus is working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano.
Oh, look at this. Russell tries to go for the 3.
The Kings leading.
But he does not get the...
Rondo passes to Gay. Rondo against Randall.
Look at this double team.
There's the pick. Back to Gay. for three.
They left Rudy Gay open,
Rebounded by the
but he
Lakers.
does not
And
get
he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Look at this.
Yeah,
And
big
Russell,
time. I mean,
look at
the
Russell.
words that come to mind,
Oh my
ice
God.
and cold and
Julius
disappearing
Randle
stroke
slamming.
all would apply.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the football.
Well said,
my
G.A. The battle on the boards,
God.
Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Here's Russell after Rudy Gay's bucket. Nick Young on the wing. Outside Williams, out to the wing. 5 on the clock, shoots the three.
Look at this.
Again, Russell missing.
Russell,
Kings have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I
Now
mean,
the
no
Lakers
idea
call a
what
timeout.
got into his head right there. Just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in their best interest.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey guys, well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now, go take it. Kevin?
And the Kings last year were able to get George Karl to lead the team, a good hire for them. This team did decent under him back in the last half of the season.
Yeah, they still got a lot of work to do, but he can certainly make it happen for him, one of the outstanding coaches in our league. The Kings actually were in it for a while last year, but then had a mini rebuild mid-season.
And the Lakers call time here.
Hey guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury.
Now
Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. He feeds it to Randall.
Look at Julius.
Picked by Randall.
Oh, Drew.
Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Green.
Look at this.
And the shot falls short this time. And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
It looks like something mental.
Green against Rondo. And AC now top of the key.
AC.
And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Now it's a 6-point Sacramento lead. Green against Rondo. Outside, Green. Picked off in midair.
It seems like a
Pass to Cousins.
full game or off game for the whole Lakers team.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Lakers trail by 8. Outside, Green. He dishes it to Hibbert to halt the run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. He drops the first one and that narrows the gap to 7.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
And that one's good by Gay.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Lakers trail by 9. Outside, Green. He kicks to Randall. Randall with a screen for Williams. Green inside the three-point line, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
And he gets the bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Now, here's Green.
Oh, look at this.
Green missing again.
Try to go for range.
Now Rondo.
10 seconds of the game.
And that's a foul called on
And the
Ball.
reaching foul.
That's his first foul.
Drew Green.
So the Kings win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?